Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, I think. Yesterday was Tuesday, maybe, or was it Monday? I'm not sure. I'm all confused. Yes, at my age, I get confused easy. It's called Alzheimer's. No, it isn't. It's called old timers. All right, this morning we woke up to -7 Celsius, but feels like -9. They lied. It was supposed to be -16 to 18 last night. Chilly willy, but it wasn't. Okay, and it was on the yo-yo scale, +20 Fahrenheit, but feels like +16 Fahrenheit. See, I told you it's warm. All right, today we're going to, how would you say, stop useless. Yes, useless up there. We'll turn around shortly. We got to make him stop spinning because he's draining the batteries. Yes, all right. Okay, shop day today. And we'd like to thank all the people that bought us a coffee. We'll be getting that money to Sir Rodney ASAP so he can, how would you say, load up the pallet, because we're going to get one shipped right away. Yes, because we need supplies up here to better ourselves. Yes. All right, let's scroll quickly. All right, it's a nice day out here. It's supposed to be snowing, and it's supposed to be a nasty day. And also too, here's useless way up there. Look at that, for the sweetest kid, a wind generator and the smoke from the wood stove. How would you say, two wrongs make a right? Oh yes, yes. So there's useless up there. So we're gonna have to get up there and make him stop turning. We might have to take the blades off, or we're going to duct tape them right up to make him look Canadian, eh? Yeah, lots of duct tape. All right, so we got wood. Staff has to get us wood today. And the on-grid power was a great success yesterday. The furnace worked, the baseboards worked. We had no power overloads. Yes, so we monitored the situation, and it was actually quite nice. And it'll reflect back in my hydro bill when I get it next month. Yes, because I devoured that electrical power. All right, quick intro today, because we're going to wander around quickly. Yes, we're going to wander around quickly. All right, we better go. Here comes the boss.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 8:30, and as you can see, there's a little bit of snow on the ground. It's been snowing on and off most of the night, and we're supposed to get more snow today. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast. At around 2 p.m., I'll head up and do the mail, then go over to the kingdom.
Okay, we see useless up there. He's doing nothing. Yes, he's useless. Yes. No, he's not the new hire Brad, but he's useless. All right. So this is a surprise. So him being up there, not really spinning most of the night. Anytime I got up and looked at the cameras, he was doing nothing. Useless, useless, because there's no wind, there's nothing. So him sitting there, not attempting to generate any power. So what do you think happened to these batteries? Yes, what do you think happened to the batteries? Oh, they should drain, because if he's spinning, he should generate a little volt here, an amp there, or something like that. Guess what? The batteries didn't drop. Yeah, they didn't drop. That's 11.9. So if useless was spinning or attempting to generate power, that thing would have been 10.3, and this thing would be coding low battery and sending me messages on my Me phone. So we have a problem. So when it tries to generate power, it drains the batteries. When it's not even attempting to drain or generate power, it doesn't drain the batteries. So we have a problem. That thing's not a wind generator, it's a D generator. Yes. Oh my, let's go walk the dogs, and then we can have our second cup of coffee and analyze this, why we have a D generator. Yes, a D generator. Okay, I'm in the house and I checked the cameras, the security cameras, to check channel 6 camera, and useless did nothing all night. So that's why the batteries are fully charged, because now if he was spinning or attempting to spin, he would have drained the batteries. So okay, so Amazon, I'm just checking Amazon, because I am a published author. Yes, a 5-star Amazon author. Ooh, see, look at all those stars. Yes, just like in kindergarten, you got a star. Okay, so this book here, it's the first book in my Winter Road series. Okay, Ice Road Truckers. All right, so it's the first book, and it's called My Struggles, because I wrote it when we were locked down in 2020, I think it was. Yes. All right, so this book is free as an ebook on Amazon. Link in the description. From November 6th to the 10th. Yes, 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Okay, Amazon will also have my 25th book I've written. Yes, I go by the book numbers, and Amazon goes by the book series. So say, okay, so it's a picture book, and it's the 4th book in my picture book series. Yes, pictorial. Yeah, that's a big word to spell. All right, so as of midnight tonight, that'll change to a 0, and it'll be free on free as an ebook, and then if you would like the paperback, you just click over here, okay? And then you just pick the country where you live in, because you can change where you are, because I'm on the USA Amazon, and most people in Canada are on Canada Amazon, but I have more friends and colleagues or whatever in the United States of America. So this book is free again from November 6th to the 10th. All right, click on the link in the description. Ooh, I sound like a professional.
10:30 and it's still snowing here in WHO-ville. Not much has come down, but as you can see, it's pretty big snowflakes. I'll try and zoom in here to show you guys. It's a nice little snow. The sun was trying to peek out, now it's back in behind the clouds. There's a little bit of blue sky, but it's pretty cloudy out right now. Let's head inside and let the dogs back in.
Okay, it's lunchtime, old time, but it's only 11 o'clock. But I did plug Thor, the plow truck, in, so he starts. Yes, you got to get that Cummins motor up. All right, to double check the wires here. Those are all correct. And we don't have the red and black mixed up, because it's some comments were saying I mixed up the colors. Yeah, I'm colorblind. That's quite common. Yeah, so everything is good. Useless is up the pole, not spinning, so it's not draining the batteries. Yes, the D generator. Yes, the degenerating wind generator. All right, so over here for morning playtime till the staff arrives this afternoon, we got out some quality material. Yes, quality material. Yes. This stuff here has been in the kingdom for over 30 years, so that means it's probably 60 years old. And it's the finest quality. Little bumps and bruises in it, yes. Feels nice, yes. And also too, it's best to use a square or level or whatever that's not straight. That way it fits the contour of the uneven material you're working on, yes. As you can see, we have a kind of a slope going up. So we're marking everything X, Y, and O. Yes, so we're trying to find the materials to fit in here to make the bracketry support thingy bobs. We're not worrying about the front or the back ski because it doesn't matter. We will be changing that. So the whole idea is to get support here, so when the ski digs in from being too short, this doesn't fold over and collapse. Yes, that's the whole idea. And some will say, well, build the ski correctly and you wouldn't have a problem. Well, we don't know what correct is. Yes, we live in the world of Dr. Seuss, where everything is nothing straight and everything is imaginary. Like the Grinch and Cindy Lou Who. Oh, she grew up to be that rock singer and Pretty Reckless, and she doesn't wear much clothes either. Oh my. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and I did the grinding and grinding and grinding, and I ground some more, yes. So we got these pieces to fit. We got some nice tight fittings here. We're going to have to put a little something in here, a little peeky-boo hole, not good. Maybe I'll just cut a little triangle for in there. Ooh, the Bermuda triangle. So this should work out good. We can use up all our shorty welding rods from this past summer, because this is a good place to do it, because we have to weld here, we have to weld over there, and back over here, so it doesn't warp. Oh yeah, these things are going to be so warped, you won't be able to tell they were straight at one time. All right, let's go burn some lunch in the microwave.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch today. I'll be having Chef Boyardee beefaroni. It is easy to make. As you can see, it is still snowing out here, but not much has come down. It's just a little bit of snow. Now let's head inside and let the dogs back out. They don't really want to be out in the snow, and then I can make lunch. 2 p.m. and I just got the quad out. Now I'll head up and check the mail, then go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Pretty sure we're not doing much today, just stock up on firewood and get ready for the cold weather that's coming. Made it to the kingdom. It looks like my Starlink Mini was in the mail today. It officially showed up after almost a month of waiting. They sent me an email saying I could apply to get the Starlink Mini for an extra $7 added on to my account. It's pretty much a rental. If we don't want it anymore, all we have to do is send it back. Then they take the $7 off. I don't think we're going to destroy it or anything. This will come in handy for when we go out on our adventures or the cat trains or something. You never know. But this will be a nice handy thing to have. Not much came in the box either. It's pretty small, just a little bigger than my hand, so this will be perfect. Now let's head down to the shop and show my dad. Down at the shop, and my dad likes the Starlink Mini. The first thing on our list today is to bring Thor out and back it up to the shop here, and then we're going to put the big ladder in the back so we can climb up to the wind generator there, and then we're going to get it to spin so we can check to see if it's even charging the batteries and what's going on with it. We might end up having to take it all apart here to stop it from spinning and do a few modifications to it, but we are still learning and figuring the thing out. testing out the wind generator, trying to see if it works. The 3 wires, we have them color coded, that way we know which is which. The red one there only went up to 0.4 on the tester here, which isn't good. My dad is up there trying to figure out how to make it go faster so we can test it out. As you can see there, he's holding on for dear life as well. Inside the shop now, and I just wanted to show you guys how I was testing it. I was using the little tester here, and I had it grounded onto this side. This ground wire goes all the way back to the wind generator, and then I tested out on these 3 wires. The red one is the only one that had a little bit of power, but not very much. Now I'll head back outside. Looks like my dad is going to tape up the wind generator, that way it doesn't keep spinning for no reason and draining the batteries until we can figure out a proper system and how to fix this, because we do need the wind generator in case the power goes out. He is just up the ladder taping the wind generator, that way it doesn't keep spinning and draining the batteries that are in the shop. We're only taping this temporary to keep it from spinning out of control. The last thing we want is for it to blow off or something to happen. Once that's done, we're just going to leave Thor here until maybe tomorrow or so once we figure out the wind generator. All comments and suggestions are greatly appreciated on what we should do with this. Did all we can do to the wind generator. Now I'm going to grab the wagon and take these tubs in behind the house to a long trailer and quickly fill them. While I'm doing that, my dad's going to get the saw out and he'll cut up some stuff out of the box trailer here for the shop and the host shack wheelbarrows. Almost 3:30 and I just got the pails and the wagon filled. Now I'll drop everything back off at the shop and the host shack. Just got all the wood into the shop and the host shack. Made sure to bring in all the root balls as well, because if it snows we won't be able to find them. Now I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll head back into WHO-ville. Before I leave, I'll kind of open up the wood stove here and show you guys my dad's little fire.
Okay, it's after coffee, about 4:30, but the thing is, we were busy in the house. Yes, we have to order the plow truck out. Now blow up Thor the stepping stool. All right, so the useless is up there. He's restricted with duct tape. That's the Canadian way. Just like in the bedroom, just restrict everything and tie it off. Yes, we can't afford handcuffs at the end of the world here for the bedroom, so we use duct tape. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. All right, so let's go in the shop here. Just to recap in the staff's videos there. She's talking about it. 1, I totally regret we didn't test that wind generator on the ground before we put it up. So there's the wires that came in. That's what she was testing, yada yada yada. So that thing is not worth fixing, and to bring it down, it's a pain in the ass. So I've asked Sir Rodney to buy us another one. Yes, we got one up on the pole that doesn't work, but I've also asked Sir Rodney, for an alternator, because the blades and the hub will fit on an alternator. The spinny thing inside for sending the current down the pole will fit. It will fit the GM 1-wire alternator plus the tail. So we'll get another one, ground test it, and see if it's going to work. Okay, but the thing is we don't look at it as a waste of money. We look at it as bettering ourselves. These wind generators shouldn't be sold as an operating kit. They should be sold as parts, and you make them work with a brown box and everything upgrades. All right, so let's go over here. I was busy after lunch. Also, too, yes, that's the only way to do it. Just holding the socket on the nut, you can't do it. Yes, the drill with this reducer here, and then the Allen wrench, it's metric. I think it's 9. Or something, or 8, spin it around. Yes, 8 millimeter. Okay, that you can hold on to, because once that thing gets up to RPM and you're holding on to that pole, it reminded me of my early days of aviation. Yes, the propeller in the plane and all that kind of stuff. So that's the way to do it. If you're going to do a wind test or a generator test or whatever test on a thing, do the Allen wrench thing. It kind of self-centers. All right, so what we're doing here, we found some bolt cutters in the fall there. We have all these welding rods. They're periscope rods. Yes, periscope, like in the U-boats. So all the flux falls off on the one side, put it in here, and it breaks off, and then you can weld. Yes, you can weld over here and weld over there and make a mess. Yeah, but it works out pretty good. And here we are trying to save power in the kingdom with not the heaters on in the house, but it's okay to run the AC/DC buzz box. Yes, draw that power. But you also have to remember, there was a time when we couldn't have the baseboard heaters on in the house or the shop or anything, because we couldn't use the welder. It would pop the breakers and we'd be in the dark. So we've come a long way since then. Plus we've also have energy efficient baseboard heaters, because at one time we had the heaters from mom and dad's house, or 1960s or 70s. Those puppies draw the current. So I think we have enough welding rods from last summer. With the flux that's all kind of caked off or flaked off, we can weld these skis. All right, we got to get back to work. The boss wants these skis done for today, so maybe we can splash some paint on them. Oh yes, make them look good as we hit the trees.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -6 degrees Celsius, which is 21 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the side. It is still snowing out here, but not much has come down. I'm sure more will come tonight. I also took the battery off the quad. With all this cold weather coming, the last thing I want is for the quad to not start tomorrow. Now let's head inside, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 7 o'clock new time. Yes, 8 o'clock old time. And I was smart enough to disconnect the brown box from the batteries because the brown box's light was on. Yes, even if how would you say, the wires were cut to going to the wind generator, known as useless. Oh wow. All right, so over here we did it. I messaged the staff, said I was going to work late and hard. Well, it is late, 8 o'clock old time. All right, so this material has, how would I say, oil soaked or tar coated on the one side, and it's well rusted. Very hard to paint too, but very hard to weld. And of course, when you're using your periscope rods here, see the flux is gone, so you'd be booting right along, going along, and all of a sudden the flux blows out, falls off the side, and then the rod turns 90 degrees. Oh, that was right turn, Clint Eastwood movie. So it was great fun. So you have to work it, baby, work it, make it get in there, because you got the oily stuff, the rust, everything. But the thing is, these are skis. Yes, if I was to buy new material to make these skis, I couldn't afford it. Yes, even if I was, how would you say, a multi-millionaire. That's a lot of money for just a ski to go out and hit a tree. So we're very pleased. The staff didn't use all that gifted paint, so I splashed it on the ski, and I have enough for the other one. So that's an incentive to get the other one done. I think it turned out pretty good. All the welds and everything looked like that. But once it's in the snow, nobody will know. Yeah, so those are booger welds. All right, let's go check on the flags. We stocked up the stove, so we should have a nice fire tonight. Keep the shop warm. Okay, we're getting some snow. The dogs are excited. Yes, it's going to brighten up the yard with these yard lights. We got the wood stoves going, getting some heat in the buildings. I'm not sure if we're going to get cold again tonight. And there's Useless up there, tied up. Ooh, yes, tied up. Oh, well, he'll get over it, or it'll get over it. All right, there, Thor is a good, how would you say, stepping stool to get up on top. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, darkness, yeah. And look at the flags. They're in their natural state of being limp. Yes, limp. All right, let's go walk the dogs quickly, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.